So I'm going to take the Riva 180 out for a spin, and the reason it's naked is because I had an issue. I rode down the street and it started blowing smoke, and I wasn't sure what it was. You know, I did put Seafoam through the gas tank hoping to clean the carburetor, and what it was is that there's a vacuum vent, and I plugged it because I didn't want it to leak. It was like leaking a little bit because the issue I'm having now is I believe I have a hole in the diaphragm in the petcock. So now I just turn off manually the petcock, but you know, Yamaha didn't make it easy on you. In order to turn off that petcock, you have to get a very long flat screwdriver from the left side, and it's on the right side, but you can't see it from the right. It started up so easy. It started up just with like a little bit of gas. It started right up. I'd never had it do that before, and that was from a cold start. So that Seafoam did a good job. Lots of rain this entire week, rained like crazy, but you can see like the roads. There was a little bit of a stall there. I'm gonna pull over. Yeah, this bike, I think this thing is smoking quite a bit. I just looked back and there was like a huge plume of smoke. A huge plume of smoke. I don't know what the hell is happening. That was a huge plume. You know where it slowed down? I looked behind and I saw a plume of smoke. I smell it. Yep, I smell it right here. Now I'm looking back to make sure there's no smoke. Also remember, I put Seafoam in the gas tank, and they did say that it would smoke, and I'm kind of hoping it's just that. As soon as I put the Seafoam, the bike actually ran well. It started easily and everything. And what I think what happens is that there's debris and stuff that gets dislodged, and then it could possibly clog something else. So I'm not exactly sure, but I mean, the bike right now is riding fine. But when you have a bike like this, you have to work on it. You know, it's not like a Honda ADV 150 that it just works. Everything about the Honda ADV is just like a workhorse. I have 17,000 miles on that. Not one burp. There was another plume of smoke, guys. Another plume of smoke. That's not good. I'm telling you, I think it just once in a while there's like these little smoke things, and it's riding so well, but all of a sudden it's like there's a lack of power and then smoke coming out the rear. This is what I'm afraid, like coming down to a stop and then smoke. No, but it's actually, it was fine. I also don't have blinkers. You know, thus far though, I do love riding it, but when this bike stops in the middle of like an intersection, not that much fun. Oh, it's nice that they let me through. I have taken this bike through here before on this route. It's a good route. It's nice and twisty, typical for this area. Also, you know, interesting to note, this bike gets 80 miles to the gallon. Back in the day, that was good, but now scooters, they get like 100. The Super Cub gets 146 miles to the gallon. So they definitely have improved with the efficiency. You see that? Look at that. Not touching the throttle, and it is idling super steady. Hey, buddy. Let's take off I don't want to go too far away from the house just in case I have to like call a tow truck. It's quite fast. I mean, I'm going like 50 miles an hour on this bad boy. I think I'm gonna go to the right. Yeah, this thing, it's a 40-year-old bike. It's incredible. You know, I bet that this bike would be better than modern Chinese scooters. You know, the Tank 200s that you see around. I see those things like rattling around DC. And I have seen Honda Elites doing deliveries downtown. That's a good scooter for that. I mean, that's full blast right now. And I'm up to speed. You know, that's plenty fast to go over the speed limit. Oh man, so that's the little Riva. That's the little Riva. So I took the pedals outside just because I needed to see what was happening and to switch off the petcock. But otherwise, you know, the bike is in pretty darn good shape. It's riding really well. Needs a right blinker. Looks like my little bulb fell out. That's fine. And the blinkers don't work, but I do need to get those fixed ASAP. And I got my DoorDash bag. Gives it a little bit more character and carrying capacity. The bike is riding really well. I'm not sure what's happening with the plumes of smoke, but you feel it. You know, like you twist the throttle, you're riding perfectly smooth, and then all of a sudden you lose a little bit of power. You look in the mirror, there's like a plume of smoke. And it's like white smoke, so I don't really know what's up with that. My idle's, I think, a little bit too high, but these are the reasons I want to like do short trips on this bike and kind of get a feel for it. Yamaha Riva 180, 1984, still riding. I find it amazing. Floorboard brake, you know, there's the carburetor. I'm gonna start heading out, guys, because it's about to rain, but I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you hit like and subscribe. It helps out the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Let's get out of here.